just thought I couldn't cut it. Is he gonna cut it? No. I haul a baby around every day. I got muscles now.
This is a chase build we got going on.
So I figured it's about time for my lettuce.
Not in the first 30 seconds of a YouTube video. You can't say that either.
I figured it's about time that we build up my Fuel EX. I've been sitting on it for months and Jesse keeps harassing me to build it. So
well, that's not the actual story.
Okay, well, so this all started with this hot pink and slightly iridescent Cane Creek helm fork that I impulsively bought last Valentine's Day. It was their Cane Creek's Valentine's Day special that I fell in love with because, I mean, look at it, it's beautiful. And so got the fork, and then for the last many, many months.
I think you've had that fork for a year.
I said last February, it hasn't been a full year yet.
Okay.
Finally found a bike to put it on. So went with the new Fuel EX and super excited about it. But partially got this frame because Jesse got his in it and I really liked it and kept holding this fork up to it and thought it looked pretty good.
It kind of, the chrome kind of matches.
Yeah, I liked the chrome, how the frame wasn't super in your face because this is the most obnoxious fork I've ever seen and I love it.
Well,
so.
and then we went crazy and we bought this. Tell everybody about this.
Wanted to keep with the Cane Creek theme, and Jesse, for whatever reason, talked me into a coil shock. So neither one of us have ever ridden a coil shock, and he got on the phone with one of the guys over at Cane Creek, and they pretty much decided that I may or may not weigh enough for this to actually work for me. So if it doesn't, check out our buy sell page on Pink Bike because this might be available.
Here, smallest spring rate they make, and he said that as long as we keep the frame has the flip chip that you can do more or less progressive, and so we want to just make it as open as possible, and he said it probably would work just fine. That fork is a 160 millimeter travel fork, and this build is going to be more of like a enduro bike than a trail bike. Mine's like more lightweight. This one's going to be more heavy duty for your enduro racing.
That I might try.
Yeah.
But yeah, so for the other stuff, went with the wolf tooth dropper just because it's new and I wanted to try it. I like trying new droppers. Cane Creek, Hellbender, bottom bracket. And then Jesse surprised me with the super, super fancy crank that I really didn't need, but I love. A titanium crank set from Cane Creek as well. Got the hot pink preloader that I have on pretty much all my bikes, but also had to throw in a little bit more pink in there.
Chase is ready to install this.
Am I?
Well, just put it in there.
Okay, I need Jesse for this one because I obviously have absolutely no idea how to do this one. So
It's already been, I already set it up and everything. There's a tool that we need to get to adjust the preload on the shock, but we'll throw it on there, on the coil. Trying to, there we go. The top is easy. These go on the inside. Well, actually, we should probably put the bottom on first. We want to do less. And normally, I don't think you would want to do less for a coil, but we're going to do less because the spring might be too stiff for Chase, so we're going to start it off there. See, it's not that hard. You just gotta put some bolts in it. They made this bike really easy to work on. I mean, like, this is such a well thought out bike. You can make it into anything you want. I mean, we're making this one into like an enduro racer, but like the one I built for me to use is definitely like a lighter weight trail bike. It's really cool that you can have so much option with this. We're gonna start off with even like you can adjust the geometry angle. Here's the heads up cup since we have the fork out. You can buy one that's offset so you can adjust the geometry. It comes stock with the zero though.
we're gonna go ahead and install the fork so we can measure and get it cut. Before I cut it, I have to install a new saw blade because Jesse and pretty much all the guys here have been talking about this forever. And so a couple weeks ago, I bought new blades, but none of them installed it. Your bubs thought I couldn't cut it. Is he gonna cut it? No. I haul a baby around every day. I got muscles now. Back off.
Like slam it.
Sorry for being gentle. I'm not trying to ruin this beautiful
Ruin
little
it.
fork.
She's the best cutter around.
Where's my pink hammer?
I don't know. I don't even know you had that.
'Cause
I totally forgot you had a pink hammer. Is it strong? It's like a tiny little hammer.
pass me the big one.
So the hammer took some damage there.
It was a worthy sacrifice, but for whatever reason, I thought it was a bigger hammer. Baby hammer for the baby.
Give it to her.
Want a hammer? Hi. The one time you decide not to grab anything? Hammer? No, she's rejecting it. Rejected.
There you go.
Oh, wait. Hang on. I'm determined to
This
prove
is
you
like-
wrong now. Okay.
So why did you go with this deity stuff?
I honestly don't have a good reason. We were just shopping around trying to find some things that I guess looked cool. I liked the silver to go with the frame and the fork. And none of the other brands that we typically go with had anything like this. And I've always read good things about deity and I don't know, trying something new on like literally every aspect of this bike. Toss the bars on there. They're gonna come off later so we can cut them. And then threw on bottle cage with the wolf tooth, Morse cage in black. And then weird thing, but for whatever reason, Trek sent this with 2 different bolts, which is gonna drive me crazy. So I'm gonna change that here in a little bit too. Making a mess.
Not too bad. Whoa.
Whoa.
Okay.
The snips are not working. All right, we took a break yesterday afternoon. Just warmish day we had and closed up the shop and went right. Picking up the build again. Guess we're installing the rear derailleur. And we went with the SRAM GX derailleur for this one. Do you have anything to add about that, Jesse?
It's cheap. If it breaks, it's not a big deal. I don't see any reason to put like expensive parts on a.
Break.
You're gonna break it. Yeah. You might have to take this like armor off because the cable route's on the bottom of it.
We just got distracted from routing the hose. I went the wolf tooth Morse cage originally because it has a bunch of holes, move it up and down to fit a bottle. So I put it on its lowest setting to be able to barely fit a kid's bottle in there. Or a kid's bottle, God. I need a kid's bottle.
No, go get a kid's bottle. That's the solution to this problem.
A ridiculous solution. Okay, so we moved bottle cage up so it wasn't hitting.
The reservoir.
Yeah. And now 22-ounce bottle. Doesn't work.
How many ounces is that?
15-ounce kids bottle. There we go. Guess I just have to have kids bottles now. That's what Camelbacks are for.
I think.
Whatever.
Should you even have a water bottle?
I can hardly ever fit like water bottles or anything like that on my mountain bikes, and I'm just a little bitter.
Your Allied fits bottles.
Yeah.
That one fits bottles. They deserve water.
We deserve hydration. No, you're good. So we went ahead and installed the cassette, the tires on the wheels. Have the E13 Helix cassette, I9. They call it like the None More Black.
Basically, it's like a black on black colorway that they did.
It's like black on black on black. I9 wheels, and then Pirelli Scorpion Enduro tires. I just like Pirelli, so why not?
I've decided to be a Pirelli person too. I'm copying Chase. But yeah, I don't know if these are good or not. Chase is going to test them out for everybody. They look really cool. And they're definitely round.
I think pretty much all that's left is running the dropper cable, tossing the saddle on there, installing the crank, which I'm super excited about.
Which is the
Fancy high crank, so.
So this is a Cane Creek 110 bottom bracket, and it's like really fancy. Inside of here is like a fully sealed bearing, so there's like no grease at all in there. It's just like encased in like plastic, which is really cool.
Alright. Knowing my luck, I would put it on backwards.
You could try.
Can I actually just like thread it on?
Yeah.
I don't know my righty tighty lefty loosey from this side.
Well, it's not righty tighty lefty loosey.
There we go, that's why.
That's probably good. So because it's a titanium crank, we got to get this tie prep. NIC's works is tie prep, no problem there.
Oh.
Wow.
Disaster.
Oh my god. We just cleaned this whole area up.
Made it look pretty.
I'll put this together, matching chainring to go with the E13 cassette. The chainring matches the crank too. That's really cool. Like the logo on the crank.
Oh yeah, I'm stoked on that. That looks awesome.
Cutting.
So we just had to coat it all in the tie prep. All just like oozing out. Cool. I'm not a huge fan of tie prep, or at least Jesse's old gross. Like I don't even know what that bottle's covered in.
I've had it for like 5 years. And then I would just do it all. The instructions say to do every.
Wild.
Yeah, the instructions say to do everything. I've installed one of these before, but it's been a long time, so I don't remember exactly. So we're gonna err on the side of caution since it's such an expensive crank. We'll probably have to prep the pedals too. I think this is really interesting because it looks like you did something wrong. Like the crank arm sits flush with the preload, but if you look at this side of it, it's because there's space on that side, so it'll sit out here. Does require that spacer. And then they give you this tool because I think it's an 11. It's bigger than this. Yeah, it's some huge size, so we'll grab a wrench and
God, this is not working.
here you go. It'd be funny if you did it wrong though. What are you doing wrong?
I don't know, I just wasn't doing anything. Well, now I'm stressed that I'm gonna like break the crank. I don't know.
There you go.
After your whole like lecture on, oh, it's such an expensive crank, yada yada. Now I'm just
The whole
stressed.
point of it is that it's indestructible though.
Let's see, I'm silver.
Yeah, I don't really know how to do an actual torque on this, so we're just gonna guesstimate here. 52, okay, yeah. I'm pretty much used to like dub cranks being like that. I know kind of what needs to be done here.
Did you just pop your wrist?
My thumb. Yeah, it's not going anywhere. Okay. How do we...
Alright.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah. Get the goop on the pedals and you can just toss those on. So I have a pink Cane Creek preloader on pretty much all my bikes.
These things just are really a lot better than like a plastic one. And I mean, on this crank, it's like part of it. You can't get these cranks without it, but like you can get one for a Shram dub crank and make your life a lot better. Total life improvement.
And it's extra pretty.
We found these pedals in a bin today, but they match the bike really nicely, so. So, you want to do a spin test?
Sure. Oh, you're good. Meh.
Spin's really smooth and nice, but it's really like not like supposed
It's
to be like the most
Nothing
efficient.
like the BB Infinites.
Yeah, well, even honestly, the King Creek Hellbender 70 bottom bracket, their cheaper bottom bracket, spins faster than this one does. This one's supposed to be indestructible. The Hellbender 70s, they're faster rolling one, which is a good. They're both good bottom brackets, but the 110 is kind of designed to go with the tie crank. So last thing we're doing is installing the dropper, and this should, in theory, come on, see what's it stuck on. It should just go right through the frame, but what we've noticed is that sometimes you have to fight it. Not too big of a fight, but a little fussy, that is. I don't know if we talked about it. We're gonna put the new wolf tooth dropper on.
Yeah, I got this, and then trying out the Verse Elite short saddle?
Yeah.
Or Pro, whichever
Yeah.
one I grabbed off the shelf. This feels like big. This is my Trek Fuel EX. Let us know if you want one. Got links to all of the shops. Is someone dying over there? Maybe. Is he dying again? Okay, so this is the Trek Fuel EX. Let us know if you want one.
I feel like this one's more like
Yeah, I guess this is like a super
Enduro-y
custom
one.
Enduro-y.
Which is
Wildly different from Jesse's Fuel EX build.
Chase's is like meant to be more of an enduro racer. She's wanting to get into that, and so it's got a 160 up front with a coil rear. Gonna be seeing some races, I think.
We'll find out.
But yeah, we'll have links to everything in the description. Chase kind of came up with this build, so this one definitely was her. You guys can reach out to her too. You don't have to just reach out to me. She also does this stuff. This is just the first time we've got her on camera since she's now not pregnant anymore, so she can actually like do things. Yeah, you can move.
Functioning human. Wild.
Cool. Yeah, we'll see. I'm cold.